We are live here in Orange Beach, Alabama. I'm Andy Andrews. You have joined the Blue Plate Special. We're here at the Wharf in Orange Beach, Alabama. The Wharf, home of the world-famous escalator statues. We have Marlin statues. We also have escalator statues. They're life-size, and when you come down and visit, you need to take a picture with them. Hey, Diane Hale, Tennessee. Julie Dutton, how are you doing? Man, we got a packed show. Marcy Carlson Taylor, how are you doing from Eastern Washington? I thought I turned that off. I did turn that off. So now it's double off. Karen Cole, hey, from Columbus, Mississippi. How are you doing? And Yvonne Madeline. Who else? Hagen Mack. Hey. Well, we got a packed show. If you're on Facebook, we would love for you to just click that notification button right there and turn on the notifications on your phone so that you will be notified when we go live. A lot of incredible things coming up. Merry Christmas from Searcy, Arkansas. Thank you very much. Home of Harding University, where you ate your own mascot. Yes, I remember that well. And if you're new to us and haven't heard that story, I won't tell it again right now. Merry Christmas from Dallas, Georgia. The Midos from Charlotte, Michigan. Jimmy Chaplin from Purcell. Oh, now say, did you see Laurel, Mississippi is back on top with HGTV's My Hometown Show on People Magazine? Listen, Laurel, Mississippi never left the top, in my estimation, because they have the last Pasquale's pizza place there is. I guess it is. I don't know of another one. And they've got that hot roast beef sandwich, the one you have to get like extra napkins to eat. It's just incredible. J-Mo Ladd, what are you doing, brother? Listen, I want to say hi to all the people on Twitter, the people on Instagram. If you're with us on YouTube, please click that subscribe button. Hey, Kevin Perkins, how are you doing? Kelly Barker, the storm repair is going pretty good town-wise. Okay, now we're kind of doing ours after Christmas because we're going to have to leave or just, move down the street or something while ours gets done. And yes, I do have a hat on. Yes, I do. I just rolled in here. I just rolled in. I was at the camp by myself, just kind of getting a little Christmas going by myself. And I was hurrying. I was hurrying here and just made it. And so I have hat hair. So I'm wearing a hat. And I also have a little bit of camo paint still on my finger. I got to get that off before I go home. Polly is not, I don't know about you guys, guys, but I don't know if your wives are as picky as mine is about dirty fingers. She don't like it. And she really didn't like if your fingernails are dirty. The boys and I, sometimes we get dirty fingernails, and we'll just go hold her hand until she notices. So, anyway. So there used to be a Pasquale's in Greenville, Mississippi. I don't think there is anymore. I've been to Greenville. I've been to Greenwood. I've been to every town in Mississippi named Green. Polly is from Mississippi. She's from Dekalb, Mississippi. It's the land time forgot. When I went to Dekalb for the very first time, there were dinosaurs walking around. And Kevin Perkins, oh man, you're right. She don't like toothpicks either. She does not like toothpicks. How many times Kevin and Glenda and Polly and I eat, and Kevin and I would come out of the restaurant with toothpicks in our mouth until Polly turns around and sees it. So, she don't like them toothpicks. So Arlene says that drives her crazy too. What? The nails or the toothpicks? And the nails I can see. You don't want to... you don't want, but I'm just talking to you. You don't want to have a dentist with dirty nails. I mean, if a dentist goes, oh, okay, open wide, and you look up and he's got dirt under his fingernails, it's like, oh my God, that would be something. I'm just talking to you. So if you're bothered by this, you probably need to go watch something on the Clean Network or something. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, so I was at camp, and I forgot my computer. I forgot my computer, and I forgot my glasses. So I gotta go back. Oh, I was telling you about Dekalb. First time I ever went to Dekalb. There's a sign, and when you enter, it says, "Welcome to DeKalb, Mississippi. Set your watch back 50 years." Polly hates that joke. But it really is. I mean, do you know that in the entire county, and I'm talking about today, I'm not talking about 50 years ago, in the entire county today, there is not a single stoplight in the entire county. And this is where my wife is from. So I won't say anything like that. It explains a lot. Okay, I won't say. Clint knows. I mean, you know better. You know that I know better than to say anything like that. So, but Dekalb, it was just. I mean, you just like what is it? People go in town and go what, and it's very faintly you can hear the Andy Griffith theme whistling. You walk down the street. I remember literally the first time I went to Dekalb, we were walking downtown. You could walk to town from Polly's house, and we walked downtown, and there was a coat, like I mean, it wasn't a beautiful one or anything, but it was a good, like a Carhartt jacket. And it was, those window units will hang outside. Well, there's a window unit hanging outside because we went by Van Davender Drugs, and there's another building right there, and a window unit is hanging out. And there was a coat laying there. And I said, oh, somebody left their coat. And she said, I can't remember if Bull Cole was the guy or if that was his daddy. But anyway, it's like, oh, that's Bull Cole's coat. He leaves it here. Really? She said, yeah, he leaves it here. If he doesn't need it, he just leaves it here. Okay. And she said that, and I can't remember if his daddy was Bull Cole or if somebody else was Bull Cole. I mean, his son was Bull Cole, but she said, yeah, his daddy used to ride into town riding something. It was like something. Let's text her. Let's see. Let's see if we can get her on the phone. Okay, I got her on speaker. Let's see if she answers cussing.
Hello?
Hey, dear, don't cuss. You're alive on Blue Plate Special.
Oh, my.
So
okay.
don't cuss or anything.
Thank you. All right.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Be on my best behavior.
Yeah, on your best behavior. I got a question for you. I was telling everybody about the first time I went to Dekalb, and we were walking downtown, and that coat was laying on that air conditioner. Was Bull Cole the daddy or the son or what?
The coat belonged to Albert. Albert's daddy was Bull Cole, and Bull Cole rode the mule.
I knew he rode something. Okay, so
a mule.
So
for town.
Yeah, so that was
Albert was his son, and Albert was at that point probably 80 years old, and I think at that point Bull was still alive. So who knows?
Really? And so, but that's where he would leave the jacket there, and just like when he didn't need it, he would leave it. Because I said, "Hey, somebody left their jacket," and Polly says, "Oh, that's Albert's jacket."
Yeah, that's Albert's jacket. Yeah, that was Albert's jacket. And that was at the paper, which is what we called.
It's what now?
That air conditioner was in the building where the paper was, like the Kemper Messenger.
Yeah.
You always called it the Kemper County Cucumber, but it was actually called the Kemper Messenger, which was our county paper. And sometimes Albert, I think, probably slept in the office there at the paper.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just like leave his jacket out there to like throw people off?
I don't know. When you grow up with things, you just kind of don't even question it. It's just like, oh, yeah.
Do you know what I just happened to think about when you mentioned the Kemper County Cucumber? When we got married, right in there, I was touring with Joan, and I remember you used to get the cucumber. It was delivered to our house, and
right.
I remember on the front page there was an article that was like BB gun bandits hold up gas station, and I cut it out and took it to Joan and said, "This is where my wife is from." I remember cutting that. I wish I had that. I wish I had a recording of what she said about it. So,
oh my! Well, we probably couldn't say that on the air, could we?
But the BB gun bandits. Kevin Perkins is here. Old man's here.
Kevin.
Yeah,
he's there with you.
Yeah, he's
online.
No, he's right here with me. He can't talk. He's got a toothpick in his mouth.
He does not. He knows that.
No, he's not here. Hey, guess who just came up on the screen? Guess who's watching? Scott Carley.
Who?
Scott Carley from Columbus, Mississippi.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Scott. Who? Oh, that's right. You wouldn't know him. You weren't in high school with us, were you?
I was going to say, hey, Scott, but
Yeah, you weren't in high school with us. That was another girl.
I was in kindergarten when you were in high school.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, Irene Robinson. Everybody's saying hi to Polly now, so I gotta get you off
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone.
And they're all married.
Yes, very good.
And what do you hope? What do you hope?
No, I was just going to say, I hope everyone has a beautiful and blessed Christmas.
They will.
And healthy. May we all be healthy.
Yeah. Well, we're all gonna not breathe. So.
No, I'm going to keep breathing. I'm just going to do it with my mask. So.
Yeah.
I'll be wearing my mask. So.
Okay.
Well, I'm in the middle of writing a letter that's very important.
To Santa Claus, then. We're about to go over. We had people vote on what the best Santa Claus in a movie or TV show was in history, and so we're about to reveal the top 5.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
I'll tell you when I get
Very
home.
good.
Hey,
right.
I left my computer at the camp.
Oh, you're gonna have to go back. Nobody cares about this. All right, talk about it later. I love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Usually I have found that when she says nobody cares about this, that means that she don't care about it. So, I left my computer at the camp. Yeah, nobody cares about this. Okay, thanks. Thank you, dear. All right, so let's count them down. You know what I was listening to? I was listening to Christmas music coming in, and I was thinking about the other day. I was telling you about those Christmas songs, and I said Marshmallow World because of Darlene Love, and somebody said Dean Martin, and I heard that Dean Martin version when I was coming in, that drunk version. I mean, he must have been drunk when he kind of sounded drunk anyway.
Yeah.
He kind of sounded drunk anyway, Matt. But on that one, if you listen to it, there's like he's been visiting Darren and Samantha, and they fed him way too many cocktails. It's like it's Marshmallow World, I listen. The snow comes to cover the ground. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, he's about to fall off his stool.
Before you got here, we listened to the entire Isaac's Christmas album.
Was I right?
Oh yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah, I mean it is. It is great. I gotta get a hold of that again. I haven't listened to it in like 2 days. So Jan Ritter says, wasn't he always drunk? I don't know. Maybe he was. Hey, we have 2 new people here at the office when you come see us. They might be out there. One is Roland Reeves. Roland is a new guy at our office. We love Roland. He is awesome. He's kind of conflicted in his football loyalties. So not really, because he did his undergrad at Mississippi State and then finished law school at Ole Miss. So I don't even understand how you do that. I mean, how would you go to Alabama and Auburn? It's like that's what he did. That's what he did. But they're not as big a rivalry.
No.
Watch all these people go. Blah, 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 it's like, and I know you guys know I'm kidding, but boy, you don't talk about wrestlers. You don't talk about professional wrestling. You talk about professional wrestling, you can't even kid about it because people come unglued. I mean, I heard Colin Cowherd one day talk about professional wrestling. He said, look, I am about to start kidding. I'm going to start kidding, and I'll be kidding. And I'm talking about professional wrestling. And you watch. Even though I'm saying that I'm kidding, these people are going to get mad. And sure enough, they did. And he then he called them booger eaters on the air. And I thought they were going to storm the studios. So Roland is here, and Roland is office. He's back there, with SB and Austin, and then we have a new young lady who's just she's like a baby. I mean, I look at her, she's a baby, and she's really smart. And her name is Emily Isbell, and she's like with Matt. She and Matt they talk the same language, but Emily's very entrepreneurial, very, she's very cool, and she's coming up with some great ideas, and she's technical. She can do the editing stuff and all. So, I mean, Matt and Emily will talk, and I just kind of stand there, and I can't even act like I know what they're talking about because I really don't. But, when I said a minute ago that she's a baby, I just, as I was coming in, she was in there talking to SB, and SB laughed, and I said, "What?" And so Emily's going back and looking at some of the podcasts and stuff, and so she had asked SB, "Do you know who Joe Bonzel is?" And SB said, "Yes, I do." And so SB's telling me, and I said, "Really? So you didn't?" She said, "I didn't." I said, "Do you know who the Oak Ridge Boys are?" She said, I can kind of understand Matt not knowing who the Osmonds are. I can kind of understand that. Matt, he didn't know Donnie Osmond. He didn't know Murray. He didn't know the Osmond brothers. He didn't know One Bad Apple, their number one smash hit. I kind of understand not knowing, but you don't know who the Oak Ridge Boys are. Emily, does this mean anything to you at all? Are you there? You there?
I'm here.
Okay, does this mean anything to you at all? Papa Mau Mau.
No. What is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Wow. Just enjoy my funeral. I'll obviously be dead soon. Unreal. Okay, let's go through these. You voted on the Santa Claus. I was surprised at a couple of them that you guys voted on, but I was, I guess, not surprised at the winner. Okay, let's put it that way. And here's what we have. We had a top 5, had a bunch of people chime in on the survey. Number 5 was Richard Attenborough. Now, I got to say, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, what Santa Claus thing did he do? And so we looked, and he did a remake in 1994 of Miracle on 34th Street. And so Richard Attenborough is like, this, big hotty-toddy actor. So I don't care if you are a legend, you shouldn't play Santa Claus as a legend. And, so he deserved number 5. Number four, David Huddleston for Santa Claus the Movie. Santa Claus the Movie, David Huddleston. Number 3, this one freaked me out. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell? I mean, Kurt Russell got a lot of votes. So naturally I asked Matt and Emily, I said, I know you don't know who the Osmonds and the Oak Ridge Boys are, but when did Kurt Russell play? And they said, oh, it's a Netflix thing or something. It's something. But Kurt Russell, I mean, come on. He's the computer that wore tennis shoes, right? Kurt Russell did the Christmas Chronicles, evidently, but he is the computer who wore tennis shoes, right? Do you remember that, the old Disney movie? Do you remember that, where he got kind of fried and he was kind of this, ne'er-do-well college kid and got fried and then went on this quiz show and he was able to really answer all the questions, but then as his electricity was going down, he was answering. That's when real movies. That's when movies were good. That was before anybody. Judson Perkins says the worst was John Travolta. Yeah. Okay, number 2. Now this was it was a hard fought battle for number 2 and number 1. But number 2 was Tim Allen, which just seems odd to me. Okay. It just seems odd to me. Kathy Goodwin says that Kurt played Elvis too after kicking the real Elvis as a child in a movie. I remember that. I remember both those things because I remember Kurt Russell playing Elvis, and he actually was a great Elvis. He had it. But Tim Allen, see, I hate to disagree, but the question was, what actor portrayed Santa Claus best in a movie or on TV? And I don't think Tim Allen portrayed Santa Claus best. I think he was in maybe the best movie. The movie was great. But Tim Allen? Really? Okay. But you voted, and all we can do is, what is that? I mean, I report. You decide. Okay, so number 1. The number 1 actor portraying Santa Claus best in a movie on TV. You voted. 1947, Edmund Gwynn for the original Miracle on 34th Street. So, there you go, Edmund Gwynn. J. Milled says that Dan Aykroyd on Trading Places will always have a place in my mind. That's maybe the worst. Yeah, maybe. But you know what? I'll tell you. I have somebody that I think was better than Edmund Gwynn. Somebody that I think of when I think of Santa Claus. But I got to tell you who I didn't like. Have you ever watched a movie where you like the actor and you like the stuff they've done, but you go, I don't like this? See, I love the movie Elf. I think Elf is great. I really like Elf. I like Bob Newhart in it. I like Will Ferrell in it. But Ed Asner as Santa Claus, he's way too Lou Grant to be Santa Claus. He's way too... Emily? Matt, do you guys know who Lou Grant was?
Can't say I do.
Neither of you? Well, you're going to make it after all. They have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
So, but, Mr. Grant, and he was, Lou Grant was grouchy, okay? He was grouchy. And so Santa Claus shouldn't be grouchy. But he was Lou Grant, in that movie, Elf. So Judson Perkins says that Billy Bob Thornton was the best. No, he wasn't. Stan Francis was the best. You know who Stan Francis was? Stan Francis was the voice of the Santa Claus on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It first aired December 6, 1964. And Stan Francis, it was the last thing he did. Isn't that great? You go out playing Santa Claus. I mean, it doesn't get much better. I mean, you got Santa Claus and Jesus, but you know, right? I mean, I don't know if he died, but it was the last one. Just couldn't make it to Easter, I guess, to do Santa Claus and then go out with Jesus. But I still like Rudolph. I still like that because I like, when Clarice says that he's cute and Rudolph goes, I'm cute. And when the little elf, I just want to be a dentist. And that mean elf goes, dentist. Do you remember all this? And then Burl Ives, silver and gold. Was Ed Asner in an Elvis movie too? But who wasn't in an Elvis movie, for God's sake? I mean, the one scene that I remember in the Kurt Russell, and I don't know that I've ever heard about this or ever seen it in another thing about Elvis, but I remember in the Kurt Russell Elvis movie where he's playing Elvis, that they're filming one of those movies, one of the mini movies where he played Mike, a car racer, or Mike, a diver who happens to sing, a car racer who happens to sing, or, Mike, a cowboy who happens to sing. But anyway, on that one, they were filming something and somebody said, hey, come on, take this here, and got on to one of the extras, and Elvis bowed up on the director and said, hey, as long as we're doing these movies, we're going to have fun doing it. And if we stop having fun doing it, we ain't going to be doing it. I mean, but I remember that was in the Kurt Russell movie. So, yeah, somebody reminded me of the song that Hermie sang. This is kind of a sad Christmas song, but what is it? Why am I such a misfit? Remember that? Oh my God! I think that's what I'm going to start when people start asking me, or when I have to fill out a form. I don't like to fill out forms. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not a form filler outer, and I don't like it. And so I always put stuff in there, like they say, any more comments? And I'll go, yes, I hate cats or something, former occupation. One time I put Emperor of Mars. But I think that would be a good one to put for hometown, Island of Misfit Toys. Huh? What do you think? Okay, we had a few other comments, then I'm going to let you go. We got a big surprise coming to you in the new year, by the way, as far as Wisdom Harbor goes. So big surprise. Gonna be pretty cool. Somebody, we asked, is anything else you would like me to know? And you would not believe how many people put no. I just think that's just funny. I just think, hey, is there anything else you'd like me to know? No. Really, nothing? No. We don't want you to know anything. Nothing else. No. Okay. So, somebody said, I think sometime you should talk about when you get to the top. And then everything changes and you have to figure out how to reinvent yourself. Okay. Well, if I ever get to the top, and have to figure out how to reinvent myself. Maybe I'll talk about that. Does sound like a good topic, but right now, it's been a long climb to the middle for me. Let's see. Somebody else said, I thought this was kind of amazing. I'm not making fun of this now, but somebody said, I went to seminary because of you. I mean, that's a responsibility there. I mean, I feel like I have a responsibility in this. If you're watching, you went to seminary because of me. I hope you passed. Okay. So a lot of no. Anything else, Julia? No. And then somebody says, no, not really. Not really. Like, yeah, I got. Well, no, I'm not gonna ask that. What is that? You guys, I guess that's it. We're gonna. What do you have? What do you have? What is today's date? Today's date is what?
The 22nd.
22nd. Okay. You know what tomorrow is, right? The 25th is obviously Christmas. And then the 24th is Christmas Eve. And the 23rd, tomorrow, is Christmas Adam. And so we ask you to celebrate that with our family. No judgment, please, just because we celebrate Christmas Adam. Please, no judgment. And if you could, just be tolerant of us, because that's a holiday for us, for our family. We do have Christmas Adam, because when Adam Andrews was a little bitty kid, I mean, we would just mystified at some of the things that Adam would say. Adam was the kid who said, Polly was getting on to him one time about something, and she said, 2 wrongs do not make a right, Adam. He said, but 2 rights can make an airplane. I'm like, wow, that is my kid. Yeah. But it's just amazing. I mean, I answer for everything. But one Christmas, he was little, and he said, Dad, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve? And I said, right. He said, so today is Christmas Adam? I said, yes, it is. Absolutely. Clint Knowles said that he and Liz always celebrate Christmas Adam. Thank you. Thank you, Knowles family. That's an awesome deer you got, brother. I saw the picture of that. So we're counting down now to Christmas Adam, then Christmas Eve. And I'm just looking at the clock. I'm just trying to, I guess I'm going to drive back and get my computer. Have you noticed how many stores are out of stuff now? I mean, there are things that I have traditionally given for Christmas, and I mean, you can't give your kid a gun for Christmas. There are no guns. I mean, and there's no ammunition. I mean, we shoot. You can't give guns. I mean, my traditional presents, I can't give guns, ammunition, or toilet paper. I can't, any of those. I can't give any of the traditional presents that I usually give. The stores are out. And, it's going to be a sad Christmas without guns and toilet paper. I'm just thinking. Yeah. Okay. I just remember, keep saying, Kevin, I would be hesitant to even say that out loud, but I ate several of those ginger cookies on my way in. Yeah. I have a habit of hiding food from my family, if we get something great, because for so long, the boys just like would eat it all. I'd come home and, Polly would have told me about, like 5 minutes ago, we got this beautiful, cake from, and you go, 5 minutes, it's gone, it's all gone, all of it's gone. And so now, Glenda makes ginger cookies for us every year, and I hid them. So they see me eating a couple and go, "Where are those?" I think these are the last ones. Just don't know. I don't know. But they're under the stove in the crock pot. I'm just saying what's left, and there aren't very many. You guys have a very Merry Christmas. I hope you have a happy holiday too, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say happy holidays. Even though I hope your holidays are happy, I'm not going to say happy holidays. I'm just going to say Merry Christmas, okay? Merry Christmas. And why do I say Merry Christmas? I say Merry Christmas because it's Jesus' birthday, and it's Christmas, and sometimes I like to make some people mad. Merry Christmas.